guys, as always, thanks for stopping by. Take 5. Let's see if I can get through this one. Let's talk about that. Today's episode is brought to you by Shall Not Comply, apparel for patriots by patriots. Launching today is the brand new Taxation is Theft shirt. Also, all the hats are back in stock, including a brand new Shall Not Comply hat. I'll put a link right down below. You can check them out at shallnotcomply.com. All right, real quick, then we're jumping to California, and then we're headed up north. You guys cleaned Shall Not Comply out a couple weeks ago of almost all of their apparel. This one's in brand new. The new hats just came in. All the TriStars are in. But 9 days from today, next Friday, all the new shirts are going to be restocked, and I'm going to be doing a huge giveaway, giving away a brand spanking new in the box pistol caliber carbine and some other stuff for second and third place and some swag as well. It's going to be a lot of fun, so stay tuned. Before I jump to California, I want to say this very clearly, is that this issue, what I'm going to talk about, is not Democrat bad, Republican good. Not remotely. I don't think like that. Okay, maybe a little bit I do think like that. If you show me a congressional district that has heroin needles on the streets and people literally sleeping outside, it's probably going to be a situation where it's been democratically controlled for years, if not entire decades. You show me an entire city that's been democratically controlled for decades, I'm going to show you a cesspool, and I feel bad for the patriots that do live behind those enemy lines. I never forget our brothers and sisters that are living there. It's bad. But there's also, on the other hand, a lot of rhinos, a lot of fake Republicans who are absolutely masquerading in the name of freedom, and they are frauds, and they need to be dealt with. I tend to be more of an independent thinker the longer I live. I'm wearing a shirt right now that says taxation is theft. That doesn't make me pure libertarian. I see value in a lot of different ideological systems. But me, I'm not pure Republican. I don't want it to sound like that. However, what I'm about to talk about is important, and it is the flipping of a seat. It happened just yesterday. California's 25th Congressional District flipped yesterday. The final vote is not in, but the Democratic runner, she has conceded over to the Republican. 25th Congressional District, now that's right up above, just north of Los Angeles. It does contain part of LA County, and the Democratic candidate was Christy Smith. She has conceded now, as of yesterday, to the Republican Mike Garcia. Now, you may say, hey, I've heard of the 25th Congressional District. Yeah, I have too. It's where I learned the word thruple. And this is the part where I got giggling and had to start over. Once again, I've shot my voice, but it's been from laughing. All right, Katie Hill, y'all remember her getting her hair brushed by one of her staff members. She was in a thruple with a staff member as well as her spouse. And it was a complete mess. Don't start with me. Don't start typing down below. But when Tiger King came out, I mentioned something to somebody else. Hey, he's in a thruple. And somebody goes, how do you know that word? And I said, well, I learned it from a congresswoman, the Democratic Congresswoman Katie Hill, out of the 25th District in California. Strange times we live in. All right, so Katie Hill had to vacate her seat because of ethics violations. It was a complete and utter mess. They did a special election in California. Now you may say, why does this matter? Well, it has implications for all of us. How we vote absolutely matters. Plus, people pay attention to California. I have a firearm in my lap right now. Our rights matter. We are watching this. We need to stay on top of it and to watch what's going on. There was another special election in Wisconsin just this week as well on Tuesday that also went Republican. Again, to be very clear, I'm not Republican great, but I am saying it's interesting. I'm saying it's important. And here's my question. Are people beginning to stand up and say enough is enough? Just this week, LA County locked their people down for another long haul, and they are not anywhere close to being able to open up. I'm paying attention to that. Part of LA County is in this district. So I don't just say, hey, there's one district now has one more red seat and one less blue seat. No, not remotely. I'm saying in LA County is what's going on. Are people watching? I know I am, and I know you are as well. All right, let's head up to the Northeast. A couple different issues are going on. I'm going without my notes on this one. Now, we've been locked out of a lot of things, jobs, and locked out of it's been bad. Y'all know what's going on. And a lot of governors have taken it upon themselves to stop people from having their rights handed to them, or they've taken those rights away. Gun shops have been closed, ammunition. We're talking about people with their concealed carry permits, the entire permit process being stopped because of one idiot's decision. And people have stood up. They're standing shoulder to shoulder saying no more. It's happening in a lot of places. Here's 2 examples. Just this week, an injunction was issued against the Massachusetts governor because of what he's done during this entire situation. Also, a Connecticut gun rights organization has issued a lawsuit or filed a lawsuit against the Connecticut governor. 2 governors in hot water. We'll see how it plays out. But I do want to say this. I think people are standing up. I think people are tired of it. And I do, here's the important part, think there are going to be consequences for what those people have done over the last several months. I know it's still a mess. I know a lot of states are still closed down. My state has opened back up in a lot of ways. We're not out of the woods yet. I see a lot of people like complete morons driving around in their vehicles by themselves. One driver in a vehicle, closed compartment, masked up. And I think that is complete nonsense. Now, to be clear, we're on YouTube. We have to stay within what the World Health Organization, what their guidelines say. I'm not suggesting that nobody should step outside of those guidelines. However, I do see a lot of idiocy on parade. And for the 3rd video in a row, I am going to say I think people are ready for a back to work-a-loo and just getting back to their regular life. Man, it's almost June. Like we're headed towards June. June's right around the corner. People are ready to get back outside. Now, my question for y'all is this. Do you think people are going to have to pay for what they've done? Specifically governors, mayors, people in charge. Are there going to be consequences for this lockdown they've put us on, specifically in situations like the Jackson, Mississippi situation, where they literally stripped the rights away from the citizens? I think there is recompense coming, and I do think those chickens are coming home to roost. And to all of those governors out there taking my rights away from me and your rights away from you, I say this clearly and unapologetically from my cold, dead hands. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.